now for you guys, we're going to go through the Patriots' top defensive free agent targets because we know that the Patriots need some help on defense. And we're going to start with Trent Murphy, the D-end for the Redskins, or I should say former D-end for the Redskins. He's coming off of a torn ACL. He did not play in 2017, but he was a good rotational pass rusher throughout his career from 2014 to 2016. Could be a cheap pickup at defensive end. The Patriots have stolen guys like this in the past. Obviously, last year they did with Lawrence Guy from the Baltimore Ravens. So if the Redskins decide to not re-sign him, the Patriots could snatch him up to get a good pass rusher off the edge. Let's go to Adrian Clayborn, another option. Only 29 years old, but he had a great season, 9.5 sacks. Now, credit, over half of those came in one game against the Dallas Cowboys in one of the probably one of the funniest NFL games of all time, just watching Adrian Clayborn dominate a backup left tackle. And again, I believe it was 5 sacks that he ended up getting against the Cowboys. So that was a pretty fun one, but he would be a good leader for a young defensive end crew that the Patriots have. That was one of the reasons why he was brought into Atlanta. So a definite option on the defensive line for the Patriots is Adrian Clayborn. Let's get to Chris Baker, our third option. He had a horrible, I mean terrible year with the Buccaneers. The worst year of his career statistically with the Buccaneers. Only a half of a sack, a terrible Pro Football Focus grade, but he was fantastic with the Redskins. He was a great defensive lineman for them, a pure run stuffer, and also could bring you some pass rush as well. The Patriots have picked up guys like him before. Obviously, Alan Branch is one of those big guys that they picked up from the Bills a couple years ago to shore up the run defense. Chris Baker could be a guy that they pick up to help the pass rush as well as a little bit of run as well. If he's looking for a Super Bowl run, would not be surprised if Chris Baker looks towards New England. Let's get into a guy that our own Cam Rogers has mentioned a lot as a target for the New England Patriots, and you know what? I'm going to have to agree with him. Avery Williamson, the inside linebacker for the Tennessee Titans. 92 tackles, 3 sacks, and 2 forced fumbles. Only 25 years old, looking for a big contract. Would not be surprised if the Patriots made a run at him. However, they have not targeted a lot of big-time linebackers in free agency recently. The last one they did, and you know, Patriots fans from the past decade will know this name as soon as I say it. Adalius Thomas was the last big-time contract that the Patriots gave out to a free agent linebacker. So they might be a little bit wary of giving another one out, but Avery Williamson would be a great pickup on the inside. He'd be great in the run game, can cover a little bit too. They need a guy who can actually play 3 downs in the middle of the defense, and I think Avery Williamson could potentially be that guy. Let's get into some secondary action. What about Kyle Fuller, the former first-round pick? Didn't play in 2016, but had a much, much better season in 2017. Almost 70 tackles and 2 picks. Look, he had a really, really rough 2015 before getting hurt in 2016. This year comes out, has a redemption season, hopefully going to get him a pretty sizable contract. I'd be a little wary about giving him total years, not total money. I think he could end up seeing a contract similar to the one that the Titans gave to Logan Ryan last offseason. So Kyle Fuller could be picked up to be a good number 2 corner. Let's stick with the secondary. How about Nickell Robey-Coleman? Only 5'8", so more of a slot guy, but he had 49 tackles, a forced fumble, and 2 picks this year. Could end up being your Malcolm Butler replacement if you want to maybe put Eric Rowe on the outside and put Nickell Robey-Coleman on the inside. If you want to try to use him on the outside, works as well, but he is primarily a slot receiver, so he could come a little bit cheaper than your more expensive outside guys. So take a look at Nickell Robey-Coleman for that number 2 corner spot. Let's get into Kenny Vaccaro, the safety for the Saints. He is expected to leave, and maybe the Patriots are looking to replace Patrick Chung. He is getting on the older side. So Kenny Vaccaro would actually be a great fit with that kind of role. Can play a little in the box, can cover tight ends as well. He is going to be a target of the Dallas Cowboys, so Patriots might have a little bit of fight on their hands if they want to bring this guy in, but definitely would be a good option for the back end of the secondary. One other guy we have is Alex Okafor, who's actually been an interesting NFL prospect since he's come into the league. 4.5 sacks, 2 forced fumbles in 10 games for the Saints. Obviously missed the last half of the season with a pretty nasty injury. Could be a great rotational pass rusher. There are rumors that he wants to go back to the Saints, and the Saints want him back as well. So might be a pipe dream bringing Alex Okafor to New England, but man, the Patriots need some pass rush help, and I think Okafor could definitely bring it. Another guy, a NFL legend coming onto our list, Julius Peppers a certain option for the New England Patriots. Why certain? Because if Julius Peppers is looking for one final Super Bowl run, there's really one place that he could go. We've seen it in the past with a lot of other NFL vets. He's 38 years old, but it does not matter. 11 sacks and 2 forced fumbles for Julius Peppers last year. A surefire first ballot Hall of Famer, one of the best pass rushers in NFL history. Would be awesome to pair him up with Bill Belichick and see what those two can do. He might end up staying in Carolina because, you know, would make a lot of sense. He obviously is a big-time Panther, did play for the Packers a couple years ago as well, but a run at Julius Peppers for the Patriots would certainly be a fun one. And the last guy on our list, how about NaVorro Bowman? So the Patriots missed out on him when he got cut by the 49ers. He ended up getting picked up by the Raiders and ended up having a great second half for them. He ended up with 127 total tackles, a sack and a half, and the Raiders' first interception of the season, which was in Week 10, which was huge news. I think he'd be a perfect addition in the middle of the defense. I don't think he's going to be extraordinarily expensive. It sounds like he wants to stay in the Bay Area, but if he wants to maybe make a run at the Super Bowl or maybe pair himself up with the Patriots like he almost did, I definitely think the Patriots will make a run at him. He, again, would be a perfect addition in the middle of the Pats defense. Elandon Roberts just isn't going to cut it. Kyle Van Noy is not a middle linebacker, and Shea McClellan is about as reliable as a broken pencil. So you don't really need anything to do with the linebackers the Patriots currently have. I think NaVorro Bowman would be a very good pickup. So let's go through the full list of guys the Patriots could bring in this offseason. We got Trent Murphy, Adrian Clayborn, Chris Baker, Avery Williamson, and Kyle Fuller. And the rest of our guys, we got Nickell Robey-Coleman, Kenny Vaccaro, Alex Okafor, Julius Peppers, and NaVorro Bowman. So we have a reaction poll coming up for you guys. Which position needs the most help? Give me a heart for defensive end. Give me a wow face for linebacker. Give me a haha face for cornerback. And give me a like for safety. You guys already know my answer. I'm pulling up that wow face. It is linebacker 100%. They need a linebacker. They need a linebacker. And oh my God, if they don't draft a linebacker, my head might literally explode. So let me know in the comments as well who you think the Patriots should bring up, and then give us a reaction for which position needs the most help. That's going to do it for Patriots Report today. You can follow me on Twitter @SportsTeam for all your Patriots news, rumors, and updates. But for now, we'll see you.